Hi guys, the purpose of this video is to show you how to use Typito, an online video editing software. The first thing you're going to want to do is create an account for yourself. To do that, you're going to hit this Get Started yellow button right here. Two things to note. One, you're going to want to hit an education account and put Gateway Regional as the institution. Two, they are going to ask you for a phone number. Just enter in Gateway's phone number when this comes up. I already have an account, so I'm going to just log in so that way I can show you what the interface looks like. Okay, so I logged in and you can see that this is what the homepage will look like. What you are going to do is select New Project. Once you hit New Project, you want to select the 16:9 widescreen under YouTube and then hit Create. You will then see an Upload Media screen. It will either ask you to upload your own files or to use files on the web. The photos come from Unsplash, so this is not the equivalent to doing a Google search of images. However, all of these images are in the public domain, so they do not have any copyright law, so they are legal to use in your video. To get started, I'm just going to type in pattern because I want something clean and neat for my first background that's not going to distract too much from my title and what I'm going to do to start introducing my project. So maybe I'll just add this one and maybe this one because I know that those backgrounds won't overpower my text. Once I add them, they will go to the bottom here to show that these are the pictures I selected. You will have to wait some time until they upload, but once they do, the continue button will appear and then you just hit. And then wait for it to load. Okay, so now it has loaded. You'll see that the two images are now on this timeline here. And you see that the time ranges from 0 seconds all the way to, looks like 8 seconds. Typito is good about listing the increments for you so you can see how much time each image is taking up. The cool thing about this is if I want this particular image to stay on the screen for a longer amount of time, I can just grab the end of this and push out. And now this screen will stay on for 8 seconds. One of the main things to know about video editing software is that it revolves around layering and timing. How long do you want certain things to stay on the screen for, and what do you want happening simultaneously or at different times? So with that being said, I'm going to show you the other features that Typito offers. All of the features are located in this left-hand bar here. If I click the text, you'll see that I can add a title to the images I selected. I can edit the title just by clicking in there, writing something. I'm going to rewrite title and be real original here. Click on it, change the coloring and the font. I can also change how the title comes in. So this is animation features. Do I want it to swivel in horizontally? Do I want it to reveal in left? Do I just want it to pop in? I'm going to leave it on pop in, and I can also change the speed. How fast does it pop in? If you no longer like that title there, you can also delete it just by clicking on it and then hitting this trash can right there. Typito has other types of text that are already pre-animated for you. So if you scroll down, you will see those pre-animated texts, and if you hover over them, you can see what the text actually does. So let's say I liked this one because I thought that animation style would work well for what my project is. I could click on it, move it around, and again do the same thing, change the font, change the text, change the coloring, whatever I want to do. The main point of me choosing this would be for this animation here. The last thing I want to show you about the text is that every time you add a text or something to your video, you will see that it appears on the timeline down at the bottom, which we previously discussed. So remember when I said layering, this animation is being layered over top of this image here. Now, if I wanted the animation to stay longer, I would do something similar to what I did with this first slide here when I extended it out. I would just take this and drag it out. And now you see that that bar is moving. The bar represents this text animation. You will see with most things in Typito, whenever you add something to whatever background you select it, it will add in an additional bar on top, so that way you know how long to time it. Okay, now we're going to move down this left bar to images. With images, there are not a bunch of pre-selected animations. You can upload your own, or you can pick from the shapes that already exist. Again, it's not like the text where there's already an animation assigned to it. You would just click on this shape if you wanted it to appear in your video. You can resize it and everything, change the coloring. You can change how it's animated by this in and out. How do you want it to come in? And again, it looks similar to that static text that we saw in the first part of this left sidebar here. Okay, last couple things I want to show you is this audio feature. Because Typito is free, you can only select one audio to go over your video. So if you need a voiceover, you need your voice in the video, you're going to have to upload an MP3 file to do that. If you do not need your voice in it, there is some music already assigned or already provided for you that is free and that you can apply. So if you hit play here, you can sample what that music is. Let's say I wanted to add the cute music. I would just click on it, and now the whole video is going to have that song applied to it. You don't really have the option to edit the sound. It just applies it to the entire video. So keep that in mind when you're doing a voiceover, if you're uploading your own voice to the video, to time it the way that you need for your project. Okay, the last thing we're going to cover is this media tab, which should look familiar because this is where we started when we first added our images. I wanted to let you know that you can always go back to that original page where we started and upload your own media, like a video or something like that, or go back to the web where Typito provides you with unsplash photos, which are high quality photos that are in the public domain. Again, not copyright. Okay, so that gives you a quick overview of the different features Typito has and should give you some ideas on how to use it for a project. You can hit export when you are finished with your video. You're going to hit yes. And then it will take a while for Typito to generate it. It shouldn't take more than 5 minutes, but just wait it out. Once it's finished uploading, it will look like this. You will notice that there is a logo in the upper left-hand corner of your video now. That's kind of the sacrifice you make when you're using free software. You can download it, so you can hit this download HD, or you can choose to share it publicly by hitting copy on this link right there. There is also a third option to post on Facebook. Alright, If you have any questions while you're using this, please feel free to contact me or email me, agrandinetti@gatewayhs.com.